So, some more things followed me home today. I think in this video I'm going to show a clip of two things I brought home yesterday, but we'll get to that after. Right now, there's a number of things sitting in front of me. Mostly files, which is pretty cool, and then a little thumb oiler and a vise. So I went up north to Pulaski, to my usual flea market, one of the ones that I had in the previous videos, and I found some good stuff. This box, it's an old drawer out of some kind of desk or something like that, was marked for $25, filled with these files. I was a little hesitant about it at first. I think I showed it in the last video. When I was up there, it was marked $35, I'm pretty sure. They marked it down to $25 now, I think, because it had been sitting. And I couldn't pass it up. Looking through it, there's a lot of really nice brand files on there. Let me show you a couple here. Like this one here. It's a Heller. New Cut. N-U-C-U-T. There's a number of those. And there's also a bunch of, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but Simmons. That's a big square, big square file. It's a bastard file. And with a nice old vintage handle on it. It looks to be maybe white oak. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of good quality files for a pretty reasonable price, I think. This is the best deal ever? Probably not. I don't know, you might be able to find whole boxes like that for $5, but $25 for this many files in the box or drawer. I think it's a pretty good deal. In the box, it also had this Stanley socket chisel with what I believe is the original handle too. So it looks like it was shortened and someone put another kind of like makeshift leather washer on there, but the actual chisel itself's in decent shape. Not great, but not terrible either. So yeah, I think that was well worth it. Then we get to the little thumb oiler here. I don't have any thumb oilers, and this one was like $2, so I didn't see any holes in the bottom where it was rusted through. It still clicks. Opened it up, and the inside didn't seem too terrible. So yeah, I picked it up. $2. I figure I can use it for at least looking nice on the back of the bench. It's a neat little one. And then probably what most of you guys are staring at is the vise here. So let me bring it in closer. So I grabbed some pictures of it outside, so hopefully you can see it a little better out there. I'll kind of include them in the in this video here, but it's a Apprentice number 92 Bulldog Vice. So this thing is, it's hard to tell the scale of it. That's my hand. This thing has to weigh every bit of, I would say 50 pounds. I'm not sure when these were made. On the bottom side of the jaw here, there's a 50 stamped in there, so I don't know if it was the 1950s, if it was older than that. I'm not sure. It looks to be in complete condition. I didn't see any cracks or brazing or welds on it anywhere. So that's pretty cool. Looks to be pretty complete. There's a little chip on the kind of like locking nut there, but that's okay as long as it tightens down on the swivel base. I mean, it actually has the swivel base, and it's a little gummed up, not moving too easy because obviously rusted, but it swivels on the swivel base. You can see here it says 5292. So if you guys are big big Vice people, let me know. It's kind of got this cool bell-shaped lead screw. Kind of neat. It's super heavy duty. Really, it seems to be really well built. There's a number of different colors of paint on it. I'm assuming the original color was black, but I don't know. There's kind of like a shiny silver underneath it too. But I couldn't pass it up. The seller wanted $65 for it. I talked him down a little bit, not a whole ton, but a little bit. So I was happy with the purchase. I'd have been happy with it at $65, honestly. I think it's cool. It's really neat. I like that it's made in New York. Obviously, being here in New York, that's kind of cool. Yeah. The jaws work. It's not frozen up. A little bit of slop in the screw, but nothing terrible. So that is what I found at the flea market today. I'll cut in the video with what I brought home from my parents' house yesterday and what followed me home. But basically, here's a lot of future projects in this in this followed me home video. So let me know what you guys think. Let me think if I got a good deal on this Vice or not. If I paid too much, maybe not. I don't think so. Like I said, this thing feels pretty bomb-proof, and it looks to be all complete too. So it's pretty neat. Yeah, it doesn't look to be in terrible condition by any means. So a little rusty, yeah, but most of the stuff I bring home is. Yeah, let me know if you guys think it was a good deal for what I got. What you think your favorite piece is, and stay tuned and take a look at you'll see what I got in the back of my truck right now. So where to start? It followed me home. This is a desk that is upside down. Hopefully you can hear me all right, and the street noise isn't too bad. The road in front of the house is fairly busy, but maybe the traffic will break for a little while. So this is a desk that I grabbed from my parents' place. In a few other videos I've referenced them having a barn that kind of was, I think it was used back in the 70s at the last. This kind of fallen down and then kind of not in use out in the woods. And this was one of the things that's kind of on the property out there. It's tucked away in the woods, so it's all galvanized steel that's been painted blue. So I think this will be kind of a cool thing to clean up and use in the shop for like a lot of dirty work. Like if I'm cleaning up something rusty or something grimy and I need to clean up axe heads or anything like that, I think this will work well for that. Obviously it's upside down right now. Some other scrap metal that I grabbed from there for random reasons, but like I said, it's all galvanized metal, so I think this will be a handy little thing to have in the shop. I'm not sure if I'll keep these side cabinets on it, or if I'll just, you can see here, it's got some square bolts, and that's how the tabletop is bolted to these cabinets. So I'm not sure if I'll just end up pulling the tabletop off and building kind of like a wood frame for it and using that, but having a nice big desk size flat surface that's all galvanized steel, I can be really handy for doing kind of like dirty work where I'm not worried about things soaking into the bench or staining the bench or making a mess of that. So this was sitting out in the woods, so it was full of mouse nests and all kinds of other nasty stuff. So See down in there's a wasp nest in the bottom, so we got to clean it up. But yeah, I think it'll be very useful. The other thing you can kind of see there that followed me home as I was loading this up into the truck. My dad loaded it with the tractor, and he's like, "Oh, do you want that drill press that's sitting in the garage?" And me being the pack rat that I am, I couldn't say no. He said this was one that he just wasn't using anymore. So it's a pedestal drill, right? So it's a full-size drill press, which will free up some more floor space, I guess, for me. I already have 2 drill presses, so I don't really need another one, but it should be handy. I'll clean it up a little bit. It was sitting out in his shop. He runs a propane heater in the winter sometimes, so that usually releases a lot of moisture in the air. So, like the post on it's a little rusted, but I think that'll clean up just fine. So, yeah, 2 things that quite literally followed me home when I went to go visit my folks. So, look for some upcoming projects on the desk. It's pretty grimy. I literally pulled it out of the woods. So, got to clean it up a bit. We'll see where it's at. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use the cabinets or if I'll just save the cabinets and use the desktop. Maybe like put it on a piece of plywood or something like that, just to get a nice hard flat surface. But yeah, stay tuned. Let me know what you would do with it. Would you keep it on the cabinets? And the drawers are missing from it, and they were not great drawers to even start. It doesn't look like, so there's no actual slides on them or anything. I don't really need cabinets that deep either. I kind of like the idea of like a rolling table better. So let me know what you guys would do. Yeah, so this thing was pretty nasty before I even I really hope you guys can hear me. So the thing was pretty nasty even before I hosed it down, so it's still pretty nasty still. But I don't know how they really attach the top here, because it's nice and smooth here. So I don't know if they filled that with lead or epoxy. So it might be interesting getting the base off. I hosed it down just to try to get all the dirt and mud off of it. It's kind of got a cool patina look to it. The more I'm looking at it, the more I'm thinking I'm not going to use the base, at least not connected to the top. There's some warp in it too, like when you press on it, it does flex. So definitely want to put some kind of wood backer underneath it. But yeah, fairly neat. The whole cabinet's galvanized, which is interesting. Like I said, it came out of like a horse barn area, so I don't know if like an old veterinary desk or something they used in like a farm application. So it's neat though. It should work well for what I want to do. Use it for just kind of a surface that I can do, greasy stuff, oily stuff, paint stripper, that kind of thing. So, and if you watch all the way till the end of the video, great, thank you. And you can see that I didn't just leave the desk as it was. Right after I unloaded it from the truck, from what you saw in the video, I hosed it out pretty good. It still smells like mouse crap, but we're getting there. And I did get the top off of it. So we'll see what kind of project this turns into. Like I said, I think I'm going to turn, I don't know if I said it in the other part of the video, but I think I'm going to turn this galvanized sheet top into just a kind of like dirty work rolling table. So when I bring rusty things home like that Prentice Vice, I have a place to set it that's not my cleaner workbench. So yeah, I already started working on some of the stuff, so thank you for staying tuned, and I appreciate you guys watching.